Okay, let's unpack this. Usually when you picture a wedding expo, I mean, it looks like a chaotic speed dating event,
Oh,
right?
completely. Just absolute chaos.
Yeah, you are standing in this tiny 10 by 10 square armed with your glossy brochures, and you're desperately trying to lock eyes with some stressed out couple before they, wander over to the cake samples.
Right, the cake is always the biggest distraction. But today's deep dive is going to completely shift that strategy.
Yeah.
We dug into the articles section on the Weddizer website, which, by the way, has some incredibly tactical guidance for growing an event business in this specific niche.
It really does. And our mission today is to figure out how to dominate these events by fundamentally changing who you are actually targeting.
Exactly. Whether you are a venue owner or a florist or just someone who is fascinated by event marketing, you are missing the biggest opportunity in the room if you only focus on the couples.
Yeah, it's such an underutilized shift in strategy.
It is. The guidance on Weddizer points out that most vendors apply this business-to-consumer mindset to an environment that is actually super ripe for B2B networking. You still need the visually engaging setup and the modern tools, but you have to think about why you have them.
Right, like a QR code isn't just for a couple to download a pricing sheet.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It is a frictionless way to drop your digital portfolio directly onto a wedding planner's phone while they are rushing to their next meeting. Your booth isn't just a passive display case. I mean, it's a gateway for industry collaborations.
See, I get the logic there, but practically speaking, wait, isn't the whole point of renting that incredibly expensive booth to book couples?
You would think so, yeah?
Right, why spend precious time chatting up the photographer next door when there are literally brides and grooms walking right past the table?
Well, what's fascinating here is the massive difference in return on investment. Think about it. An engaged couple brings you exactly one sale.
Right, they get married once, hopefully.
Exactly. They get married, and ideally, they never need your wedding services again.
Yeah.
But building a strong partnership with that photographer next door,
Mm.
that actually generates a pipeline.
Oh, because they recommend you to their clients year after year.
Yes, exactly. Your most valuable target audience at these expos is often the other vendors in the room.
Okay, so if the ROI on a vendor is like infinitely higher than a single couple, the strategy has to completely shift from passive to active.
Right, you can't just stand there.
But how do you actually walk up to a competitor or a busy planner at the next booth without sounding, intrusive or desperate?
You have to abandon the passive mindset entirely and start conversations with real intent. And notice I said conversations, not pitches. You aren't aggressively selling your services to them. You are exchanging value.
Meaning, instead of just shoving a business card in their face, you offer an actual collaboration idea. Like saying, hey, we should co-host a styled shoot.
Right, a style shoot is a perfect example,
Yeah, where you pool your resources, set up a fake wedding, and get great portfolio photos for both of your businesses.
which benefits everyone involved. But here is where the Weddizer article highlights a critical failure point. Most vendors do the handshake, they maybe pitch that collaboration, and then they completely drop the ball on the follow-up.
Ouch. Yeah, the follow-up is everything.
It is. If you don't send a message within 24 to 48 hours suggesting a clear next step, you have completely lost the window.
It is like capturing kinetic energy, right? At the expo, the energy is moving, everyone is super hyped up. But if you don't plug that connection into a concrete next step within 48 hours, the battery just completely drains.
That is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's really about combating event amnesia.
Event amnesia. I like that term.
Yeah, because after 48 hours, people just return to their chaotic daily lives. If you wait until the following Wednesday to email them, you've gone from being that great florist I met back to being just another vendor cluttering up their inbox.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Tracking these connections, like categorizing them into potential partners, referral sources, and clients, and hitting that 48-hour window is how you shift from being a solitary vendor fighting for scraps to becoming an integral part of an industry ecosystem.
So what does this all mean for you listening? It means sustainable business growth doesn't come from just chasing immediate one-off sales on the expo floor.
Absolutely not. The real secret to success in this niche, which these Weddizer articles really hammer home, is turning those simple B2B handshakes into powerful, long-term alliances.
Right. The true value of the room isn't just walking the aisles.
No, it is standing right next to you.
Exactly. Which leaves you with this to think about. If your most lucrative future client is actually going to come from a referral by your biggest competitor at the expo, Well, how does that completely change the way you interact with the person running the booth right next to yours?